Oh, good morning, boys. Sorry, I'm trying to burn through the last of things and serve everybody only a few different things so it's not so heavy on you guys. There's a shipment out at More Shipping and Supply. I have all of my stuff packed and I will get to it shortly, but I've got to get these orders out so I can complete this run on the books. I have to go and pay the taxes and deliver the money so you guys don't have to deal with much. Here! And he hands Americus a bag of 1,000 gold. Go pick up the supply and get ready for the week. Running a tavern's not an easy thing, and for some reason, my prep staff didn't come in this morning.
So it seems like we need to find out what happened to their stuff.
The staff.
Well, I'm pretty handy with a blade. I can cut things. You need a little help with prep for this morning?
That would be wonderful.
I'm going to turn and look at Baltan, and I'm going to say, would you mind accompanying Americus? That is a large sum of money, and he is a small fellow. Wouldn't want him getting taken advantage of or the money misplaced before the shipment arrives.
At this point, a blonde, chubby girl walks in and she says, "Sorry, Thobus, I'm late. We overslept. We all went out for a nice little drink. They had some moonshine last night, so I'm pretty sure everybody's not feeling great. I'm sorry for being late, and I'll catch up." "Don't worry, dear. You're so lovely for coming to help anyway." And he comes over, he gives her a little pat hug on the shoulder. "All right, let's get to work now. I've got to focus on this stew."
I'm going to walk over to her and lean down and just quietly in her ear. The least you could do is your fucking job.
She looks at you and she goes, "And who are you to tell me what to do? I don't work for you."
Actually, I believe that you do. At least for the next 4 to 7 days. What can happen in that time?
Thobus comes by and he goes, "Oh, Lucy, this is Lucian, Americus, and Baltan. Their group will be taking over for a while. I'm gone for the funeral. I'm sorry to leave this in this such a way, but this is the way it's gotta be. Don't worry, they're all good boys." And he goes back to his stew. Lucy stiffens up straight. You can see the cold sweat come over her body. She realizes that she just insulted her new bosses.
All right, relax. I understand. Night out drinking, hungover, you come in a little late. It's okay, all right? I get it. But I'm trying to, I don't know, drive home, is that though this is a very nice man and very agreeable, making him easily bullied and taken advantage of. I just don't want this to become a pattern. That's all.
At this point, a gruff, short guy comes in, and he goes, "Fuck it, I'm here." And he brushes Baltan out of the way and bumps into Americus, goes over and starts chopping meat.
And make sure you're, and I'll turn to look at him and turn back to her, compatriots. Take the memo as well.
And he looks up at you and he goes, "Exactly what the fuck are you looking at?"
I wasn't really sure.
Lucy rushes over. She whispers in his ear. And he looks at her and he goes, "I don't give a fuck." And he starts chopping meat again.
I'm going to chuckle to myself. I kind of like this game.
Americus? Baltan?
I'm just chilling.
Well, he gave you the 1,000 gold to go pick up the supply run.
So let's go do that.
So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna be stealthy the whole way.
You're going to be stealthy. Are you going to occupy the same space as Baltan?
I'll be underneath his chode.
So you're going to hide under him. All right.
I'm standing head to taint.
Gotcha. So on your way out, you encounter Thalion and Marjorie entering the tavern. Thalion and Marjorie, you both only see Baltan walking towards you as you enter the tavern.
Hey, fuck you, Baltan.
How's it going?
He said, "Hey, fuck you, Baltan." That's literally
Oh.
what he just said to you.
Who said that?
That
I don't think
was
that was me.
Thalion.
Oh, Thalion. Is he mad at me? What'd I do?
It's just the way that
He thinks it means
he
hello.
tells everybody today. He's in the mood.
What do you mean I'm in a mood? What aren't you guys telling me? What am I doing wrong?
Well, you offer to have sex with everyone you see today. That's strange, don't you think?
No, I have not.
Well, what do you mean by fuck you when you say fuck you, Baltan?
Is that not the normal greeting?
No.
What does it
He's
mean?
not a shapeshifter.
It means intercourse?
It means that you would like to have intercourse with Baltan.
Oh, shit. I have offered intercourse to so many people.
And nobody agreed. That should give you a hint.
No, I've realized that many have agreed, and I didn't understand what was happening.
I see. Then you got lucky, I guess.
At this point, Winia Belmar enters behind you. Hey, Thalion! The girl from the house that you spent a lot of time at in the beginning. Belmar Crops.
Yes?
Why haven't you been by to visit Daddy? He's not doing well.
I have a very shitty memory.
Oh, well, I know he would love to see you. You might get his spirits up and maybe he might make it through this. He's got some sort of bad infection.
Is it contagious?
No, it's from the accident. We thank Marjorie and your other fella, Merrick, that has the robes on. We thank you guys for healing him up and giving us this extra time with him, but it just seems like something has gotten to him in his healing process. The other clerics have told us he ain't going to make it.
The clerics are telling you he's not going to make it?
It's only a matter of time.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Well, it would be nice if you stopped by and maybe you could bring Lucian.
I can try. I can check the calendar.
She jumps forward towards you. She hugs you. She begins to cry a small amount. While still holding onto your waist, she looks up at you. Paul always liked you. He thought you more of a son than his own son.
The kind of son that inherits his estate?
I don't know about all that. I know that there's all kinds of bills and problems with the Southern Coalition of Talamau, and they take a lot of things. I know that we're in debt big time to the magistrate, so it'll probably all go to him. But as long as we continue to work it, I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. Just depends if my brother's gonna actually do the work.
Interesting. I'll be sure to stop by.
Thank you, Thalion. All right, I'm gonna go pick up breakfast for Paul. She turns and looks at you again, Marjorie. Thank you so much for your help.
Anytime.
You gave us last moments with Paul. It can never be repaid. If you ever need anything, I'll do my best.
Well, thank you for your kind words. But this is my duty.
Well, it's appreciated. Thank you all. And she goes off to pick up her breakfast.
I'll say to Marjorie, is that true that he is not able to be healed?
Apparently so.
Marjorie, you would know that there are certain afflictions and certain things that are not just healing. When healing spells are cast, they generally work on soft tissue or bone or cleansing the body. Cleansing is a whole different thing, and certain cleansing spells are not high enough level to get rid of certain disease. Basic level 3, 4, and 5 cleric spells will not get rid of AIDS or cancer or something like that, if you get what I'm saying.
And I explain all that to Baltan.
He explains that to you?
I'm going to pat Baltan on the shoulder and say, what does it matter?
God damn.
She said that he thought of you as a son, so I was thinking maybe you should go see him.
Well, I barely knew the guy, so that gives me the heebie-jeebies that he felt like I was a child.
No, you knew him. Your time in this village has been, the majority of your time has been spent at that farm. All your interactions have been with Elbus and that farm, really. The town knows of you, but you don't remember this, so it's fine. I'm just telling you as a player, that's what happened, but your character remembering all of it, that's hit or miss.
Do I remember everything or not? I'm so confused now.
You can roll an intel check for it. My approximation is that you of them, so we'll just base it on a roll. Simple enough. And you have been clean for days from eating purple meat, so that's a good thing. Either intel check or save will work. Oh, you remember that you have spent time on their farm, and when you were in your worst, foggiest state, they gave you a place to stay and invited you into their home.
So my response to what Baltan said would be, everyone dies.
Marjorie?
Well, I'm going to tell the group about my conversation, what I would think is God this morning.
Intel check from Thalion, intel check from Baltan, intel check from Americus. Americus, you definitely know. Now, whether you want to speak up, if they haven't noticed that you're actually there, Baltan, you definitely know as well. Thalion, you have an idea, but it's foggy, so you're not sure. Americus and Baltan, you definitely know what she described to you, that panning vision that she had that supposedly God put into her head. is referring to the city of Talmadun,
Well, I'm a little kid,
the major capital of the entire goddamn world.
so I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I know where that is,"
Yes, sir, you do.
and then I'll start explaining it to you. It's wherever the fuck.
Yep. You explain to her that it is the capital. You, Marjorie, kind of already knew that, but that specific part of the city you're not super familiar with. So all of you are aware that this is the place that she is talking about now is Talmadun.
Are we going on a trip?
That's a long ass trip, guys. No joke. We'd be playing for 3 or 4 sessions just to get there.
The adventures on this journey.
I'm just gonna say now, you're gonna need a lot of money to get there, and you happen to have an opportunity to make a lot of money in front of you. I don't know. Maybe the DM arranged that. Not sure.
Well, you've got the brain, we've got the looks. Let's make lots of money.
Do it.
Americas, that perks you up. Your day just got better.
So how are we making money?
We're
The
gonna run
tavern.
the bar.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I was making.
We're gonna run more events for the bishop because there should still people coming out because the bishop came out.
Update on time for everyone. All right. It is now about 8 a.m. Americas, remember you have a 9 a.m. appointment with the magistrate.
I need to go to the magistrate.
The vendor needs to be paid, and Thelbus will be leaving in 30 minutes. So, I'm leaving at his table. About this time, a guy walks in to the bar named Kuykendahl. Thalion, Baltan, Americas, Marjorie, you all see Kuykendahl walk in.
I say, hello, Kuykendahl. How's it going?
Oh,
Quick and dizzle.
what's up, gang? Sorry, I had a shit to do. Whatever happened to the rat bastard?
I think he died.
Rathmodar. Whatever happened to him?
Oh, we hid his body.
So you burned the body?
No, we put it in a cave and we left it.
So that's done.
Yes. He's gone.
Marjorie, is there a church nearby?
There's a temple he just showed me. You have to face the wrath of the gods when you enter, he says. It's a very treacherous place, according to Marjorie.
She says. But yes,
Real quick, do y'all mind taking... Actually, do y'all mind joining me there to the church?
of course.
Oh, you're going to take him to the church, but not... Oh, I see.
Y'all are
Well, I
welcome
did
to
offer you,
come.
the offer still stands.
Let's go then.
Marjorie, Kuykendahl, and Thalion. You are heading to the temple, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Baltan and Americas, where are y'all headed?
I need to
Got
go pay
money.
the vendor.
So y'all are headed to the more shipping and supply. Marjorie, Kuykendahl, and Thalion, y'all are headed to the Temple of Outer Grace. All right, back up to the kitchen. Lucian, you're observing all kinds of things going on. Only 2 of the 4 staff have shown up. Thilbus is still working hurriedly around the kitchen. He pats you on the shoulder and he says, Lucian, my boy, I must go and get on the caravan. I can't miss it. I've already spent the gold. I don't want to lose my spot. Can you take over?
Oh, certainly, Thelbus. Don't you worry your pretty little head. And I'll pat his bald head. Everything will be fine. Go to the funeral. Don't think about the tavern. You have enough on your plate. It will be here, standing and profitable when you return.
I really hope so. I don't want the magistrate to be mad at me. I'm already enough debt as it is. If he has to dig me out of a hole again, I don't know what will happen. Your father, he is a very shrewd man, but also kind.
And the kindness is probably strategic.
Of course. All right. Please take care of the Taveroni. I will be back. Remember, whatever you boys and lady, of course, I can't forget the wonderful Marjorie. If whatever you guys make in profit after paying the taxes and everything that needs to be paid, I will give you 50% of that.
We'll talk about money later, Thelbus. Just enjoy the journey, and we'll run this.
He reaches in for a big hug. He smells like delicious stew and fresh baked bread. And he says, I can always count on you, Lucian. You and Americus. I love you.
And I'll give him a hug.
All right, and he
And
departs
I'm-
carrying a small little sack and hands it to Winia Belmar for her father's lunch. And then, poof, they both disappear and take off. Lucian, you are now in the kitchen with staff, alone. They're prepping. Currently, right now, the tavern games begin.
First course of action, summon Bartholomew. Give him a chef's hat and an apron.
Smart man. There
People
we
know
go.
where he is.
Kurt and Lucy both gasp. What trickery is this? I know that this is Lucy speaking. I know that you bards are great illusionists and magicians, but how are you doing that? That's absolutely insane.
Well, he's just an unseen servant. You act like you've never seen an unseen servant before.
Kurt gruffs and makes a harump. I've seen better.
See? He knows what I'm talking about. So, whilst all of you here will handle the cooking, you can follow instructions, great. You two continue about your jobs. I will entertain the guests and run the bar. Capiche?
Capiche? Yes, sir.
Excellent. Let's do this for Thilby. Hands in.
And they all approach and put their hands in.
And so
Does Bartholomew?
it's invisible on top. Tropica Taveroni on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Tropica Taveroni! And about that time, the laziest of employees wanders in. Hey, what's up, gang?
No. And the last?
Nope, there's one more.
What's your regular duty? You clean? You stock? What do you do?
No, I do the dishes.
Oh, great. Well, I don't have any dishes yet, but stand by.
He has a mug in his hand. He walks over to the keg of the cheapest ale, takes a dip of the mug, and he goes and leans back on the pantries and starts to drink.
That's part of your check.
What'd you say?
I told him that's part of his check. That of his check.
He goes, what the hell? Thobus always let me drink for free.
Do you see Thelbus? Do I look like Thelbus? Am I a jolly little fat man? No, we're tightening things up around here. You're eating my money.
That's bullshit.
Well, you only have to deal with it for a small amount of time, and then you can go back to your happy little skullduggery race.
Well, at least make it a discount. I'm not paying full price.
I didn't say you were saying full price. Of course. You've 25% off everything in the store because you're the one who makes it. Except for the ale, but you understand.
Whatever.
I'm not running a charity here.
Whatever. And he slams it, and he puts it onto a little belt loop, like at Renfest, carrying his mug. He goes over, and he grabs a mop and a bucket, and he starts cleaning up around the tavern.
I'm going to turn back around to Lucy. See, that's how you handle things.
And she goes, yes, sir. And she keeps chopping.
All right, as you were. And I'm going to walk out behind the bar.
Okay. I need to grab Baltan and a Medicus. You guys are up. Are you still hiding, Americus? Holding all that money?
You damn right. Hey.
All right. You arrive at the Moore Shipping and Supply Company. Pendle Nort comes out and greets you. Baltan, how can I help you?
Yes, we were sent by Thelbus to pick up his order.
We? What do you mean we?
And I look down.
You look down, Americus. He's looking down at you.
And I hold it up.
He goes, Americus, I didn't see you there. Hey there, buddy. How are ya?
I'm just trying to make it happen, Captain.
So you hand over the supply purchase order and the 1,000 gold. Are you going to hand over the full 1,000 gold?
I want to hand over.
Just the order. So 875 gold and 8 copper.
I just give him the order for what I want.
Oh,
right?
just the order.
No money yet.
All right.
So he can prepare it.
He looks down at you and he says, I think you missed something there, boyo. There needs to be a signature at the bottom. Somebody taking the order. Are both of you going to sign for it? At the bottom of the order, but there's supposed to be 6 spaces for signatures. So whoever can sign.
Cool. I'll sign.
He goes, I'm sorry, guys. The status of this order is urgency. Scarcity, tier 2. The adjusted rates are in effect. Unfortunate. This order usually only comes in around 300 to 400, but scarcity level 2 prices go through the roof.
Oh, well, how much are you talking?
Well, right now the order totals to 875 and 8 copper.
Oh, we may need to cut that back some then. I
Well,
don't think I have that much money.
there's not really much that I can do about it. How much were you given by Thelbus? He should have known that this was 875 gold.
Oh, he knew that much? Hey,
Yeah,
maybe I
he-
miscounted it.
Well, I'd like to say, we just fixed a lot of the issues that the farms were having, so I don't think we're at scarcity level 2 anymore.
Ah, that's not decided by me. It's decided by the More Shipping and Supply Co. I just work here. I'm a licensed station manager.
And then I go to Americus. So, how much should he give you again?
Are you talking secretively? Sneak from both of you guys, please.
Well,
Oh, sorry, stealth. Sorry, my bad. You'll both succeed. He doesn't even notice you are chatting with each other. He's looking at his paper, not paying attention.
And I even say, you gesture to him, maybe we can chip off some coins after we pay him.
I would be interested to see if he's in need of anything. Maybe we can. He's saying things are so scarce. Let's ask him what it is he's really looking for. Maybe we can get a good deal in exchange for saying we can deliver something. So I was like, well, it looks like we really don't. We are a little short here. I have an idea, though. I know you say that the things are scarce and all. Is there maybe something that you haven't been able to get your hands on that we can help you procure in exchange for a better rate here on some of these items?
Insight, please. Baltan and Americus both, please. Oh, Baltan. All right. Americus, you don't notice it. Baltan, you see his eyebrow kind of twitch a little bit, but Baltan, you see his eyebrow twitch and he tenses and looks side to side, but he sighs and he says, I don't know, boys. It's a tall order for a lot of things.
Well, what items do we have that what's our most expensive stuff? Maybe we can take some things off and lighten the burden.
Well, I don't know, but I can trust you guys. You guys have been around this town for a while. I don't know. I heard some rumors about you, Boltan. Did you ever get that mess cleared up with the commander?
Actually, I need to talk to him about that to double check that what was going on with that. I think he was wrong.
I don't know. Some of these guards, they fuck up things a lot of the times, and they fuck up some of my shipping as well. I had one of the guards come in when I wasn't looking and just walk off with 10 pounds of deer meat. Do you know how expensive deer meat is right now? Fresh, good stuff. More Shipping and Supply has got a great bounty on that one.
Maybe we can figure out what's going on with the guards and I'll talk to them about clearing my name.
For sure. So what are we gonna do here, boys?
As a hunter, I don't mind going to the woods to get some deer.
He perks up again and he says, why, if you could get me some poundage of pure red good deer meat, that would be amazing. I might be able to make a trade for you and knock it off the top of your bill.
I think, and I look over to Americus and I say, I think maybe we should go discuss this with Thalion.
Let's go make it happen, Captain.
All right. So you guys have successfully negotiated the contract down. At this point, Thalion, Kuykendahl, and where the hell is my screen? Thalion, Kuykendahl, and Marjorie. Where the hell did you go, Kuykendahl? Why is your thing always missing?
Kuykendahl.
Kuykendahl. Don't remember, Kuykendahl. You have a date.
Saturday night.
I know, but it's coming up, buddy.
I know.
That's tomorrow.
I know.
I think. I don't know. I didn't read the Trial Stoner days. I should have. I need to check my own calendar. I didn't have time to check it for incorrect things and things of that nature, but I will later. I'll retcon it. You see Marjorie, Thalion, and Kuykendahl coming out of the gate. Baltan, Marjorie, Thalion, Kuykendahl, you're crossing paths.
What up, y'all? What y'all getting into?
The temple.
Just being a good kid.
I say, I need to speak with Thalion.
Oh, do you?
I have no problem with that. Follow me. I know. I'm having Marjorie take me to the temple. I'm going to do a prayer. I have no idea how to do it. So I'm going to have Marjorie step me through it. After the prayer's done, I'm free. So what are y'all thinking?
Well, Is Stallion nearby?
I'm right here, buddy.
I wasn't sure. I was saying, we need to go hunt some deer.
Oh, we need to hunt some. I need to unload some deer meat skins and things before I pick up another load.
Baltan
Oh.
and Americus, your ears perk up to the fact that he has deer meat, deer skins, and deer horns that he needs to unload.
And I may have a vendor that's interested in this.
Oh, really? Well, take me to this vendor. I might know him already.
Well, I'll let him know who it is, obviously.
Stallion, are you going to break from the temple group and go over to the vendor and follow? Well, are you going to take him to that vendor, Baltan?
Let's go to the vendor.
I say to Marjorie and to what's Frank's character's name?
Kuykendahl.
Marjorie Kuykendahl. This was fun.
Yeah, man. Have some fun.
Yes, you two in the temple. Remember, you face the wrath of God.
You do seem to bring it up quite a bit. Do you have something you need to tell us? Something about that scares you so much about the opinion of God on you?
No, you made it seem very grim. Actually, you said you enter the temple and you immediately face the wrath of God.
Only if you did something wrong, but I'm
No,
sure there's
I said I don't remember anything, and then you said I would just be immediately exposed to the God's wrath.
So, you guys can finish the conversation. And y'all can head to the temple. All right. Baltan, Americus, and Thalion. Are y'all heading to the vendor? Findle Nork?
Yes.
I say, have fun once again. See you later.
Findle Nork. And just for Thalion and Americus, when you guys get back there and you mention that Thalion has deer products, Findle Nork slaps out the contract onto the table and he slides his arm and anime clips come across his eyes and focus in on his eyes and he's like, contract battle. And he looks at you, Americus.
Does anyone have a memory spell?
We don't have a warlock or mage.
We should rob this guy and say that someone just robbed him.
No one can do real magic.
Well, not that we know that.
Right.
Come back.
Can any of you do secret magic?
Well, everybody thinks of, so as a bard, Lucian's doing real magic, but everybody kind of thinks of it as a parlor trick. You know what I mean?
Like illusions.
Everybody thinks
I'm
he's the guy.
altering your perception of things to make it seem like magic.
Correct. They all
It is
think
magic, but I don't realize I'm doing magic, and everyone doesn't think it's magic.
correct. He's tapping into a very minimal arcane force.
And then anything that's divine is considered a miracle and not magic.
Correct. That's the way like society sees it.
So like healing and everything that the clerics and the paladins do isn't magic, even though it is magic.
Okay. We're going to start with contract for Pendle Nork because Kuykendahl's not back from the bathroom yet. So, Pendle Nork lays down the contract and looks at Americus and he says, what you got there, boy? You've got something of deer quality that we might be able to make a trade for? Oh, wait, shit, he's not back. Ha! Okay, well, fuck it. All right. Kuykendahl just walked back in the room. I guess we'll start with Marjorie and Kuykendahl. Marjorie, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Kuykendahl, you ready?
All right.
All right. Marjorie,
Okay.
Marjorie takes
Oh, just
Kuykendahl
that.
into the temple, and he starts showing him around. There are 10 thrones, 10 small little miniature thrones, and small little altars for each one of them. Marjorie, you show him to the throne of infinite knowledge that is there. It is pearlescent white and a beautifully polished throne. There are many other thrones around the room, and you explain to him, this is yours. You pull out your codex of the 10 thrones and start explaining what the throne of infinite knowledge is.
Marjorie. The Veiled Throne. That devotional. Do you know it?
Now I'm a disciple of the throne of infinite knowledge.
Do you have any books, any knowledge of it? Can you check it out?
Well, I do have a book that explains in general terms what the thrones are all about,
Okay.
which is the codex, which I already showed to you. Didn't you get all that?
Yeah, but he doesn't have a copy of it. But I'm gonna unlock it once again for him.
Okay.
Codex of the Ten Thrones is unlocked, and in that book, he is speaking of the Throne of Shadowed Silence, also known as the Veil by Merrick. Accept death as a passage, not a punishment. Signs of the throne, candles extinguished by unseen winds, dreams of vast empty halls, and shadows that seem to linger in places of grief. Those who heed its call are gravekeepers, counselors, mourners, and those who find purpose in guiding souls beyond the mortal coil and throughout other realms. Is the Unseeking Universe. The devotional to the Throne of Shadowed Silence is this. There in the thing. Hold on one second. I'll just put it in the chat so it's easily enough for you, Kuykendahl. But you do have access to that book now. Oh, that's too many characters. Can't do that. You're going to have to look it up in the book. Go to the top of your map in the world animal. Okay, go to the top to the little search bar. Click on any of the maps on the right hand side. Just any of them. On the right. There you go. Top left, see that search bar?
Okay.
Type in the codex. There you go. That first one right there. Codex of the Ten Thrones.
Forgotten Leaves?
No. Type in the codex.
I did. Okay.
Hey. Now scroll down and find the Veiled Throne. Your devotional should be in there. That's what you have to do. It has a section that says Devotional of the Throne of Shadowed Silence. Did you find it?
Religious.
You had the book open. You didn't need to click on anything. Scroll down. Scroll down.
Oh. Okay. Oh, your mouse is fucked up. All right. Hold on. Ooh, shitty mouse. Where the fuck is this mouse from? Okay, this one. There you go, bro. Everything you need.
Sorry for the shitty mouse. There's another one over there in that box you can use.
Yeah,
He was trying to scroll and it wasn't scrolling. Okay. Pendle Nork, Americus Batal, Baltan, and Thalion Bornwood. Contract. Let's go.
I have 20 pounds.
Okay, 20 pounds of deer meat. Pendle goes, oh my gosh. Well, the current offering from the Moore Shipping and Supply Company is 5 gold per pound.
I have lean, high quality venison. It will be 7 gold per pound. I'll take it to my normal vendor for 6.
Persuasion. He looks at you in the eyes and he says, maybe 6.
Stick out my hand. Just shake.
He shakes your hand. He makes a deal for 6 gold per pound. For how much?
20 pounds.
That's 120 off the contract price. Or are you keeping the money for yourself?
No, we can. I'll divvy up money. I'm not greedy.
Okay, 120 off the contract price. Now, he also says, well, do you have any other deer products?
I have 10 pelt pieces.
My
That's a point.
God. Okay, boyo, you'll have my attention. Current offering for pelts is 8 gold pieces per pelt.
You mean 9?
No, boyo. 8 is as high as I can possibly go. If you would like to persuade and push, you can.
Oh yeah, buddy. That's a 21.
That's weird. It takes so long to come through. That's wild. He smiles, and with that roll, he leans into Baltan, Americus, and Thalion, and he says, "Okay, I'll pay 9, only because I know that the Black Coin Guild will give me 13, and I can make it disappear on the books, so to speak."
You're making 13 per pelt, sir?
What'd you say?
You're making 13 per pelt?
But of course, that's business, my friend. He puts his hand out to shake for the pelts.
I shake his hand.
Anything else?
I have
Horns. Well, 1 gold per rack.
1 rack.
I'll be happy to take it off your hands.
It's 5 pounds of rack, so it's a big rack.
Oh, that's considered 5. Sorry, my bad. I just didn't have any way to parse it in the inventory. So you have 5 racks, basically.
And I have 12 pounds of hooves and bones.
We don't need the offal, but you could probably trade it for some other kind of meat in the meat market.
Good to know.
So, how many racks did you have? How many pounds a rack? 5. So he offers you 5 gold for that. Reaches his hand out.
Shake. We can easily get more deer, folks. I know what they are.
Did you want to pick up the supplies now with that discount?
Unless y'all think we can get more deer and just lower it even more.
Can we afford 600 outright? Do we have?
Yeah, he gave us 1,000.
Then I say we purchase and move on.
Guys are already ahead of the game. That was a good move.
I'll let Americus, nudge him and say, all right, let's get the supplies.
Americus? Is my mic on?
He's not lying.
Okay, so go ahead and pay the guy and then we can get it delivered or whatever.
Applying the discount for official record. Discount is applied, so you can refresh the thing. Who's signing for it? Whose name is going to go on it?
Americus said he was going to sign it.
Americus, are you signing it?
Yes.
Hey, child.
You're damn right I'm going to sign it, and I'm going to draw a penis on there like I do every time I sign a receipt.
I'll put that on there.
That's real life, brother.
I think it's legally binding.
If everybody will refresh the purchase order from the More Shipping and Supply Company, you'll see America's signature at the bottom and the 660 gold and 8 copper pieces that it costs now with your brilliant negotiations. Good job. Trial 1 has passed.
That's hundreds of gold we'd saved.
There's plenty of ways that you can mine gold out of this thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 9 gold and 97. You're welcome, fuckers. 99 copper or 99 silver and 97 gold. My skills fit.
I don't know. So, all right. Who's up next? Baltan, are you going to go speak to the commander? Americus, are you heading to your meeting?
Yes.
I want to go ahead and talk to the commander too, but I did want to find Marjorie and have her go with me.
Marjorie, you're with... What are you doing? Let's fast forward up.
Alright, man. Pray? Do I gotta set it up?
Yes, it is a ritual. You are not a cleric. You don't have the ability to just say, hey, I'm doing my devotionals. You're getting into something else. You're a normal person doing a devotional. You also have to purchase the things that you need.
Shit.
And you can ask Marjorie for those things, and she can help you out with that.
Bro,
Marjorie. God damn it. Give me a second.
you're muted.
Nope. Good.
I said, Frank's not ready. All right, who wants to
Yeah.
take up next turn? Thalion. Baltan,
Yes.
you're heading to the commander. Americus, are you heading to your meeting, by the way?
Yes.
Thalion, where are you heading?
Aren't we
What did you say?
together? Are we leaving the temple now? Or the butcher now?
Oh,
Whatever this
the
is.
shipping company? Everybody left the shipping company. Are you going to head to the temple where you were going to get showed around by Marjorie?
No, I'm gonna stick with my fellow ranger, horseman.
You follow Baltan into his meeting with the commander. His impromptu meeting with the commander. Let's go and check in on Lucian. You
One
come
man.
out.
Hello.
You come out. The patrons are enjoying the meals that are coming out of the kitchen. Did you ever make those rolls back there?
I did.
I'll just look them up in the log here.
It's gonna be one of those custom rolls, all of them at once.
I see them. Right.
It's gonna be one custom roll because I did all.
Oh, I see it. All right.
And you said you're just gonna do them in order, so that'll be.
I'm just gonna snapshot it. Cool. All right, got it. All right. The patrons seem to be enjoying themselves, except for the music on the stage.
I guess wait until he's finishing a song, and then approach the side and try and get his attention.
He finishes the song. He notices you. He rolls his eyes.
Motion for him to come over. We're gonna go step in the back room and have a word.
He approaches the side of the stage. And he goes, "What do you want, Silvertongue?"
A moment of your time, Eggless.
I don't need to give you a moment of my time. I'm in the middle of performing.
And you're about to be out of a job if you don't. I'll smile back.
What gives you the right?
The fact that I am the proprietor of this establishment for the time being.
There's no way an outcast dog like you bought this tavern.
And now you're a homeless bard.
Whatever do you mean?
Get out.
You have no right to do this. Where is Thelbus?
I'm gonna use common sign language to sign get out.
Thelbus! Thelbus! Lucian is bothering me again. And he starts to hurry back into the kitchen.
Oh, go ahead. Look for him.
Has anyone seen Thelbus? What have you done with Thelbus?
He's taken the caravan to go to the funeral of a friend, and I have been left in charge.
You see absolute dread fall over his face. He goes completely pale, and he goes, "Why would Thelbus do such a thing?"
You have to ask him when he returns. Maybe then you can have your job back, but for now, get the fuck out.
I do not believe this. You could be lying. And he starts pacing around and mumbling to himself.
I'm gonna walk out of the tavern, just stick my head out the door. Guard! Someone fetch the guard, please.
All right, prompt response. A guard enters the bar.
Yes. Good morning, thank you. I'm gonna turn and pan my arm around. Do you see that gentleman over there, Nicholas? Yes, I would like him removed from the premises.
Ha 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 ha. Gladly, I hate that punter. I hope you guys take really good care of the tavern while Thelbus is out of town. Alright, I'll take care of it.
The guard approaches Eggless. Eggless continues to argue with the guard, and he says, "This is unconscionable that Thelbus would do such a thing." The guard then slaps Elgus. He drops his flute, and you hear a ding, and Elgus falls to the ground, looks up at him, and he says, "You hit me."
I'm gonna do a lot worse unless you get up and move.
He scrambles and grabs his flute. The guard grabs him by the arm and starts to escort him off of the property. Oh my god, come on. They go to pass you. Elgus looks at you with a burning fire in his eyes. "This will not be the end of this. The magistrate, your father, will hear about this."
Hear about what? The lawful firing of an employee?
The mismanagement of a town resource.
Well, that sounds like a matter of opinion, doesn't it?
And the guard shoves him out the door. Problem 1. Success. As he's shoved out the door, the crowd in the tavern cheers and claps.
Return back and humbly try and shush the crowd.
They quiet down.
I know, he's not the greatest of bard, but he does mean well. I didn't want it to come to this. I was just going to ask him to play something else, but he had to cause a scene. Again, I apologize for the disturbance. I'll be on stage shortly to take up the slack. But in the meantime, everyone enjoy a round of water on the house.
And everybody claps and cheers, looking forward to anticipation of your performance.
And then I'm gonna go back behind the bar.
And then you hear, "Oh my god," come from the kitchen.
They better hurry back there, scuttling.
That's not good. You hurry back there, and you see Bartholomew continually cooking while everything's on fire around him. The staff are backed up against the walls, freaking out, not knowing what to do.
Get a bucket!
Kurt looks around, and he grabs the ale bucket.
No, not that one! Not the bucket!
He hurries to the shelf and grabs a pot. Lucy is frozen. terror. Frank pops his head in the kitchen. Hey gang, what's going on? What'd you say? Sorry. Bring the mop bucket. And Frank goes, oh shit. Runs out, grabs his mop bucket, and comes back in lightning quick and tosses the mop bucket of water. Kurt takes the pot and dips it into the ale.
I'm gonna step forward and just grab it and say, stop helping! Pour the ale out, run to the sink where, what's her name is? Push her out of the way and say, get behind the bar! Dip it in the sink and begin firefighting.
Just roll the d20, that's all I need.
Cool thing I just did. It's in the chat.
You put the fire out. Just as you put the fire out, the last member of staff finally rolls in. Sorry I slept over, guys. Oh shit, what's going on here?
I wheel around. Today is not the day!
Oh, sorry. What's going on? Who are you? Wait, that's right. Thilba said something about something changing, and I was supposed to tell the other staff members about it? I don't know. I don't remember.
Massage my temples.
So, what do you want me to start working on?
What do you normally do?
I do a little bit prep, and I help manage the staff and direct them, so Thilbus doesn't have to.
Oh.
There's your weak link.
Well, how about this? How about you take over Frank's job?
And clean?
Frank? Is that what Frank does?
Yeah, he does dishes and cleans.
Yes, that sounds like a job for you. I think that would benefit me and everyone here greatly.
Is my pay gonna stay the same?
Wait, you make more than Frank?
Yeah. And Frank gasps. He goes, that's bullshit! And Kurt goes, figures. Think he's sucking Thilbus's dick.
Keep moving her around so I can't read her fucking name. Is it Mary?
Lucy, sorry.
Lucy. I'm gonna call out from the kitchen. Lucy, can you come in here a moment, please?
She pops her in and she says, yes, boss.
All right, now that we're all gathered, staff meeting.
And they all gather around. Bartholomew turns away from the stew, holding up spoons and forks and spatulas all in his hands.
You doing great? Bud, love you. Don't catch anything else on fire, please.
And he goes,
guys, listen. I don't actually have any experience running a tavern, but I do manage a group of people who need direction, and this is seeming a lot like that. So, real quick, I want everybody to tell me their names, their normal jobs, and what that entails.
Edgar steps up and he says, oh, I'm Edgar. I'm the staff manager. I tell everybody when they need to show up and all the rest, and I write down their hours and things like that and make sure they do their jobs. And I deal with some of the customers. I can just help Thilbus out.
Thank you, Edgar.
And then Frank steps up and he goes, I'm Frank. I clean. Whatever.
Cool. Thanks, Frank. You're a star.
Kurt says, I'm Kurt. Knives. That's what I do. Good at chopping. Used to work in the meat market. Lucy steps up and she goes, well, I guess you could consider me the sous chef. I know all the dishes and I know everything, how it goes together. But I do a lot of prep work and sometimes I work the bar.
Now, of the four of you, who feels like they should be doing something else?
Frank steps up and he goes, I hate fucking cleaning.
And what would you like to do instead?
I don't know, man. Cooking doesn't look too hard. You just throw the shit in there and give it to people. They'll eat it.
Well, you do understand that you have to follow the recipe and there's like precise measurements and timing and math and things like that?
Measurements.
Yes, see, that's probably why you're cleaning.
Kurt says, I like what I do. I like to chop things.
Great.
Lucy steps forward and she says, well, the kitchen does need to run a little bit more efficiently. I don't think it's fair to Thilbus that Edgar never shows up before the rest of us, and he's supposed to be writing down what time that we came in, and he always shorts my hours.
Yes, see, I was thinking that you should be doing what he's doing, and he should, I don't know, not be here?
Hey, this is my job. You can't just fire me. I can still help out.
I'm gonna wheel around and look at him. I can fire you. It'd actually be the second time, hell, in 10 minutes. I don't want to make a drastic change like that. However, you got to start pulling your weight around here, bud.
I need my job.
All right.
I have a
all right.
sick mother and a sick grandmother and
Listen,
a
I
sick
don't
aunt
need.
and
Everybody has a sick everything. I'm sick. All right, I have a sick me. I don't need excuses. I just
Okay.
need results. Right? There's no try. There's only do. Wise
Okay.
man told me that once.
So what do you want me to do?
So here's what's gonna happen. Lucy, you're gonna take over Edgar's role.
Really, you think I can do it?
Well, you were the first one here, so that's probably the best start.
I'm sorry for being late. It won't happen again, I promise.
Well, you were the least late, so there's that. Edgar, I
Yes,
want
sir.
you to help Kurt. You're both going to clean, and when you're done cleaning, you're going to act as wait staff. Actually, scratch that. You're going to go down into the basement and begin the brewing process.
Unlock! Cha-ching. He says, I've got a lot of experience with barrel making and cooping and hooping.
Great. So you're going to go down there and do that, and Kurt, you're going to help him. He's going to help you clean, and you're going to help him get the brewery up and running.
Frank steps up. What do I do?
Do you have any carpentry knowledge, or maybe fermentation, or anything like that?
I'm really good at drinking.
How about you taste test?
Bet!
Quality assurance.
Bet! He grabs his mop and he starts cleaning the floor vigorously.
You're an ass manager.
I'm not managing. No. I'm delegating management.
Lucy says, I think I got it from here, boss. Don't worry. I'll get them in the right spots.
Great. Thank you, Luce. You're a doll.
She begins to talk with Kirk and Edgar.
I'm going to go out and perform like I promised.
All right. Doing a pretty good job running a tavern, bro. For somebody that's resistant to it. And that's actually cool that you did that. That's what one of the unlocks of this quest was for me to be able to start editing this map and putting all this back together. That's a huge change for the town. I don't know if anybody noticed on the menu how expensive that shit is.
I didn't. But I was like, well, it's still a mess down there, so someone should start cleaning it up.
Doki, do you want to roll your performance?
Yeah, I'll roll it. You want 2 of them or 3?
You ready over there? The performances that you rolled turn out pretty damn great. The crowd seems pleased more than anything else. Alright, I have another set of dishes that are orders for the kitchen. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the first 5 items on the menu, as it was last time. The same thing, so we're just adding to that. If anybody's going to take that down.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. So.
Oh, like, this is meta here, but Thalion has all that offal you could take to the meat market, exchange it for either rat meat or squirrel meat or whatever one of our menu items is.
Yep.
And then it will have cost us less to procure that menu item, but we're still selling it for the same.
Or we add a menu item where it's instead of like squirrel
Also
meat, we use
true.
the deer meat.
Yeah.
Charge more.
We mix the deer meat with other meat, right? We make some deer sausage with some pig meat or something, right?
Yeah. So
some,
you guys,
some spicy sausage.
that menu that's there, like there's the recipe book, the quick menu, and then like the printed menu, right? Okay, so that printed menu, you can change the prices if y'all wanted to, or you could add items to that menu, whatever you want to do.
And if we go out to hunt deer specifically to harvest whole body and stuff, we can get a lot more pounds per deer.
Very much so.
Well, deer isn't one of the stew items currently, so we could even have a special.
Right. That's the mark, dude. Deer meat is more valuable than regular meat because it's lean.
Yep.
I mean, you'll need to come here and tell my character this.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. All right. We are going to the temple. Frank, are you ready? Finally?
Yup.
Okay.
Marjorie, you there?
Yep.
Do you got a black cloth?
They sell it at the temple for 2 silver pieces.
Let me check my inventory.
They sell everything that you need for your devotionals at the temple. 2 silver pieces for the black cloth and 10 copper for the candles, I think.
I don't have black cloth.
Alright. Fuck it. Buy it.
Prayer candle is 1 silver piece, and individual item is 10 silver piece. So 11 silver pieces. You will probably have only a few left. I need to do your inventory gold from everything that you purchased earlier. All those healing potions and shit like that. Give me a second. That leaves you with 2 silver pieces and 5 copper. You're broke.
Light the candles. Put the black cloth over my face.
You start to feel a tingle in your body.
Alright. Clasp my hands. Put the Philosopher's Stone in my left hand. In silent truth whispers. In shadows, wisdom is found. Let my voice be still, my steps unheard. In the quiet, I hear. In the dark, I see.
The world seems to vibrate for you for a moment. Valiant, roll 1d100. The Philosopher's Stone lights up in your hand. You see tunnels, so confusing. You can't make out what they actually are or the directions of anything really. But in the back of the catacombs of Tropica lies your friend in pain. And the vision that you see inside with that Philosopher's Stone and that is delivered to you through the veiled throne is one of a shapeshifter standing over him. He is bound except for one hand. The shapeshifter steps aside and 2 little baby shapeshifters step out. They go up to Merrick's leg and they begin to chew off the muscles completely of one of his legs. The larger shapeshifter pokes him with a stick and grumbles in almost human words. Now, Merrick, his hand, lights with a golden energy and he places it on himself. His leg begins to heal and his muscles restore themselves. He is exhausted and passes out. The babies keep munching on the muscles that they tore away from his body, and your vision fades.
Yeah, not much longer.
And you can roll Astral Sense.
Vilhelm?
So it's for
Okay.
Vilhelm, sorry, my bad. I was caught up in my fucking narrative.
I rolled it on the other.
The 1d100 doesn't matter which one you roll it on, but
That's what it says. 115.
115. You clearly see Kuykendahl in front of a dark throne that casts a shadow that has many candles lit directly behind it so that it casts a dark shadow upon the floor. You clearly see Kuykendahl as a drop of water and it causes ripples. You see him with a cloth over his face, you see his hands clasped together and a candle lit.
Yep, some shenanigans, I think to myself.
Yep.
And I have how many points right now?
7,454.
7,775.
Oh, because you're 21.
Yep.
Right.
Nothing further?
Well, we're going to do something here. I'm going to spend 1,000 points and I'm going to manifest it.
Wait, what?
Yes.
You're gonna
Spend 1,000 points?
You
Let me update that.
shit about to get crook.
Alright, I didn't expect this, so give me a second.
Oh, I know you did.
That was good. That's what I love about this. Actually, while I'm looking this up and preparing this real quick, one of the things I noticed that was really cool about this last episode, I didn't have my audio, right? So it was really cool to put a third-party narrator over it, explaining certain things, and y'all's audio and conversations came through much clearer, and it was awesome to just see that side of the story without any prompt being told by you guys directly. It was pretty entertaining for me, actually. So, Vilhelm is manifesting his avatar. Anyone gonna interfere or try to interfere?
Absolutely not. That's expensive.
You'd have to outbid him.
I'm out.
No.
As you do your prayer, behind the throne appears a man, clad in almost like Iron Man armor. Under this armor, you see glowing purple runes. He bursts into the room, and you can see him. Marjorie, you see this, and it shocks you completely. Nun that runs the store inside of the temple just runs and gets the fuck out. Marjorie,
I gasp.
you feel a pressure on your chest. Vilhelm, you have the floor, sir.
This is the second time I have felt a disturbance from this location. What are you doing?
He's talking to you.
Holy shit. Oh, I am looking for my friend Merrick. Please, God, forgive me. Bow down.
He kneels to you.
Who is Merrick? Why do you deserve the last?
Merrick is a dear friend of mine. I truly enjoy his company, and I wish to save him.
What did you do?
Again, sir, please forgive.
You were just praying.
Forgive. What did you do?
He disappeared. We were attacked by shapeshifters, and
I felt a pressure here, great enough for me to come here. What were you just doing?
praying
To who?
to the throne of the veiled silence. Merrick is one of your followers, sir.
No one could follow mine.
I, sir, was just throwing up a prayer. So any insight you can give me, I just might well follow you. I am seeing a god. My mind is blown, and I am not religious.
Walk over to him and place, I'm going to touch with my index finger his forehead.
You touch his forehead.
As I do that,
Do you need a minute?
I'm looking for something of old in my memory here.
I'm going to bounce over to Americus. There we go.
Where am I at?
You are in the office at the moment. You
Cool.
have come to your meeting finally. Magistrate Mansion, second floor. There we go. We can handle this. All right. Oh, he's already there. Cool. I can just drag him out. There we go. Players. All right, Americus. You approach the office of the magistrate. You're outside the door.
I'm gonna walk up to the door and knock on it. I'm not with authority.
And he says, enter.
And I walk on in.
Americus, good of you to join us. Your aunt is here. We may begin with the meeting. I see that you have chosen not to bring your advocate. It's not needed at this moment.
So, shall we begin?
Let's go.
Thelma replies, certainly, magistrate. Acarius starts to read off the will, denoting that everything was inherited to their son, Americus Batal, and if he had not reached age, that it would be under the care of Thelma Batal. She looks at you and she says, dear boy, I promise I will take care of this, and both of us will lead a very profitable future. She puts a hand on your shoulder. Acarius says, but not so fast, Thelma. It reaches into his desk and he pulls out a patents. He places it on his desk and he says, Madam, he has been emancipated, officially by the kingdom, so it is his to inherit. What? This is unbelievable. He is not of age. He is going to just squander the wealth and properties that his family has accrued. I was the one that gave them their investment money to start this stupid bakery.
Hey, don't worry, Thelma, Auntie Thelma. If you ever need anything, I'll be sure to help you however I can.
Quiet, boy. The adults are talking. And she pushes you back into the chair. Magistrate, you can't be serious that you're allowing this boy to take over property. He has no idea about taxes, no idea about how the kingdom is run.
That is okay. I'm sure that he has people around him that owe him favors. Americus has turned out to be a capable young man.
This is absolutely ridiculous. I will not stand for this.
What do you mean, Thelma?
I contest this will officially.
It is your right to do so, but in the meantime, I must relinquish the property to its rightful owner.
You will hear from my advocate. and she storms out of the room.
Now then, Americus, I know that you didn't expect this. I have done a lot to procure this for you, and I've made sure that it ends up in your rightful hands and not that despicable woman that you call an aunt.
He hands over a small piece of paper, and he says, "Take this and place it on each sigil as it glows before you step forward. It will unlock, and the properties are yours to do with what you choose. But remember, if she contests the will and wins the case, anything that you have sold or done to it will drag the trial out much longer. That woman is vile, yet extremely resourceful."
Thanks for all your help, Icarius. I couldn't have done this without you.
He steps up, walks around the desk, and he says, "No, thank you and your party for everything that you've done for this town. I look forward to seeing your future. It seems to be very bright, and I'll say this in confidence." He leans close to you so that no one can hear. "If you need help with any government agency, if you have problems with any taxes or anything of this nature, come to me first. Don't speak to anyone else. The walls in Tropica have ears."
Thank you. I'll walk out.
You have your inheritance served. Back out to the town. All right. Vilhelm, what were you doing again?
So I'm using divine speech
Okay.
to communicate the rest of this message to Kuykendahl, since he is taking me in as a god.
Okay.
So I figured that was fitting. And I'm going to tell him in every temporal way to fucking no. Like, stop. Stop fucking with the veil. Stop fucking with the lattice. Right? Just a big shock of no I want to have happen when I touch his forehead.
Okay, so you are impressing upon him that the prayers and everything that he's doing in the formation of a god, right? Like his whole idea behind that is the incorrect thing. Like, no, stop doing that. You are doing something dangerous.
Yes.
Okay, so it impresses upon your mind that what you've just done by trying to worship him, right, is a dangerous thing. And that he specifically, the person that is connected to the veiled throne, right, doesn't want you to do this because it disturbs things.
Okay.
Okay, now, I hate to do this to you, but Constitution save, please.
Fucking A.
I mean, you actually came in contact with God, so this is gonna hurt.
And you spontaneously combust.
22 damage. All of that information was conveyed to you, right? Within a split second. The minute that his finger touched your head, you were blown back across the temple against the wall, and you managed to, that's what the Constitution save was, you managed to keep your consciousness. Marjorie, you witnessed this. The god that stands before you surges with power. Continue, ladies and gentlemen.
Marjorie, let's go.
Okay.
False god, false god.
Well, I guess let's go.
Okay. You two haul ass out of the temple. Vilhelm, as a player, has entered the scene. Vilhelm, you stand in this temple. The throne's altars are situated all around you. You just knocked the shit out of Kuykendahl. There's a crack in the wall where he hid. They both fled out of the place, and you are standing in this temple by yourself.
I'm gonna fix the crack in the wall, and I'm a G-manifest.
You fix the crack in the wall, and as you demanifest, roll Astral Sense for me one time.
Coming up.
And I think you actually get a special ability for some of this.
109.
Give me a second.
Why in the hell did I close your character sheet? That's such an asshole move.
If I remember, you have a secondary ability to stack on top of this. Also roll Blueprint Sense for me, please.
109.
So, as you're in this world fixing this crack and looking around this temple, you can notice that literally everything, down to the smallest candle, the thrones, the wall, everything that you're working with, is a little bit off. It doesn't seem right. It's not constructed right. The blueprints are wrong.
Well, this is interesting to me.
Yep.
So now we are rolling a good old regular investigation with
Yes, go ahead.
a little focus put in it.
Yes, sir. You focus deeply. What are you going to focus on? Thrones, wall, what? Just give me any item.
We'll go with the actual walls. Whatever I'm noticing that's wrong about the construction of the physical plane.
The walls, as you focus on them, they seem to be missing an astral blueprint.
I said to myself, what the fuck?
This piques your curiosity a lot.
I paged the librarian.
You can reach out to him through rolling a focus, and then he can roll a sense. 3, Cardenas, if you wouldn't mind rolling astral sense, please. 3, you can sense muffled words coming from him.
I'm gonna astral sense where he is, or trying to ascertain where he is.
Go for it. You can sense he was the place that you met Marjorie.
I focus back on the throne.
Yes, since it's a different thing that indicates the roll push. You get a small image of the throne area, and you can tell that Vilhelm is actually there.
I'm gonna try and reach out and form a mental connection with him.
There you go for it. And that is a success. You form a psychic bond with Vilhelm. You may now speak.
Yes.
Good. Brother, this world is broken.
Were you not just lecturing me about the very thing that you're doing?
No. I'm having to repeat because I thought you were doing the same thing again, but it turned out it was just some fucker kid praying.
I didn't manifest in the world, and we're supposed to be above these existences.
I needed to see what was happening.
And?
We'll tell you it was worthwhile. There is no physical, or there is no astral blueprints.
What do you mean?
There's no astral blueprints, is what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. So is there anything in your repertoire?
Librarian, to your knowledge, you think that, to your knowledge, that's impossible. Everything
Yes.
has an astral blueprint.
Correct. Everything is made up of the 3 blueprints. There's nothing in existence it can't exist without all 3 parts. You know this. It's the whole concept of you.
You understand why I've called upon you now, right? I'm not fucking with you. There's no
yes.
blueprints.
How can that be?
I don't know. That's why I'm calling you.
This is your thing. According to the laws of your reality that we are all governed by, this is impossible. So you
Exactly.
explain it to me.
First of all, just started a few days ago. Second, there's nothing in the fucking manual about this. Does it? There's not even in Cliff Notes, right? Nothing in the fucking margins. Not a single fucking mention of blueprintless existence.
All right, well, first things first, we have exactly the same time in service, so you go ahead and jot that down. Secondly, I don't know what to tell you. This is not knowledge I possess.
No. It sounds like you have a quest because you're supposed to have all the knowledge.
Well, it also sounds like you have a problem because this world doesn't represent it doesn't fall, it shouldn't be here. So where is it?
Let's stop being snippy and start helping, right?
What would you like from me? Oh, powerful, omniscient one?
So,
We found the blueprints.
just roll one more astral sense, and then I'll give you that piece, and we'll close it out.
Wait.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see that was a new one. All right, as you're talking with the librarian, right, both you and the librarian, because you have y'all's mental link thing kicking, see that behind the throne of the Veiled Shadow, where you entered this world, the lattice that is peeking through is torn, but slowly repairing itself, and tiny little blue forms of astral essence are attaching to it and trying to heal it, so to speak.
It's alive.
What's alive?
You see it too, librarian, because you're mentally linked.
I know, but what are you referring to? The lattice?
This lattice.
Yeah, and you know that's peeking through from where you entered this world, right? And it is healing itself and is drawing astral energy from somewhere.
Coming from me.
I think it's coming from this world.
Do you think that this world is a consumption world, or is something different?
Just now, it would occur to me, and it would explain why the lack of an astral blueprint in all things would be that there is no astral blueprint, because all of the energy is being used to repair, maintain, boost. You pick your word, but it's consumed by the lattice. Maybe this world's on the outside of the lattice. Maybe it's one of the worlds inside the void. I have no clue.
Brain hurts. It's time for a nap.
Again, not my domain. Your domain.
But you have a book on my domain, you fuck.
Not really. I talked to your previous domain's leader who doesn't remember.
So, at this point, you feel yourself starting to demanifest. Boop. And you pop out of this world. Marjorie, where did y'all run to? Out of the front gate area. Baltan Thalion, you meet with the commander. You approach his door. The commander says, "Enter."
All right.
He's sitting at his desk. And he says, "A strange one."
And I say, I seem to have earned a reputation here thanks to these false allegations. I want you to take a look at that blood again for me to see if there's maybe a wrong reading that y'all got.
He reaches over, he grabs the chest, unlocks it, and he hides the contents to himself. He grabs the paper and he looks at it and he goes, "What has happened? Maybe some error? Maybe something that you had on your hands or something of that nature?"
I was dealing with a lot of different herbs in the forest.
"Are your hands clean now?"
Yes, and I wave them.
"And maybe we just have you place your hand on this paper now and see if it synchronizes. If that's the case, then maybe we can forget this little trouble."
So I'm gonna
He
kind
gets
of
up.
slightly do that vial and put some on my finger.
Thalion perception and Baltan sleight of hands, please.
Crap.
Fuck. Hopefully hopefully Thalion perceives you fucking up, because I'm sorry, that's not gonna pass. So, Thalion, when you get a second perception, please. Anyway, Baltan, you are trying to open the bottle behind your back, and the bottle slowly slips out of your hand.
Nope, wrong guy.
Well, he definitely perceived it. He's like, "What's that guy doing with that vial of blood?" Oh, you perceive it in slow motion. Thalion, you see that Baltan is handling a bottle of blood behind his back, and he accidentally drops it.
What are you up to there, buddy?
Is that all you're going to say, or are you going to react?
Him dropping the blood?
Yes.
No, that's all I'm gonna say, lightheartedly.
The commander looks at you. The bottle hits the floor. The commander starts to walk around his desk looking at the ground.
I'm gonna put my foot over it.
The commander goes, "What was that?"
The sound of your mom hitting the floor.
The commander is angered at you now, and he approaches you and he says, "What business do you have here?" He gets in your face, and he's standing past you, Baltan.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna just slightly over and pick it up.
I need a sleight of hands on that. I'm opening up combat so I can roll sheets. There's no combat, so don't think that.
Brother, it is. I must admit that. I don't know if combat's in my card.
Oh, this is not good, guys.
Never mind, there is combat.
Perception. He sees you bend down and pick up something. He says, "What was that?" and turns, and now he has his back to Thalion.
Oh, and I say, I was fumbling my kit that I have here, my herbalism kit, and I pull that out to show you that I was messing with items in the forest.
Deception, please.
I take out a fish sea bass and just throw it across the room. What is that fish doing here? I exclaim.
He turns and he looks at the fish and he says, "What the hell?" Your deception is passed. He walks over and picks up the sea bass. He approaches Thalion and he goes, "I don't appreciate somebody coming in my office with antics. Leave now."
Fine. You got me. Fine. And I leave.
Thalion leaves the room. Baltan, you're left with the commander. He looks down at your herbalism kit. He buys the ploy. He looks you directly in the eyes and he says, Don't ever bring that man in my presence again. He's obviously crazy. Probably has the consumption, eating all of that purple meat. Now, on with this test. Sleight of hand one more time, please. Roll better.
Oh my god.
Fuck!
I was gonna dab some on my finger while he was yelling about the fish.
Roll a dexterity save for that. If you roll high enough, we can give you that. Okay, you come dashing back into the room. Good dex save. The commander whirls and looks at you. What are you doing here? I told you to leave.
I forgot my coat.
What coat?
Oh.
Baltan?
While they're talking, I'm dabbing some onto my finger.
Still gonna be a sleight of hand, man.
Can I get that fish
It's a
back?
9 again. What's a little higher?
Yeah, that's a little bit higher. So, you managed to get a little bit on the side of your palm. The commander yells at Thalion, leave now!
My coat.
What coat?
The leather coat.
I don't see any coat. You're wearing all you came in with. Baltan, one more please, sir. Lost and Found is downstairs.
I'm not rolling good at on this. I got a 5.
You managed to smear a little bit onto your hand. You're going to have to dexterity check this the hell out of it when it comes to placing it on this paper. So, Thalion, are you leaving now?
I feel like I'm going to be in trouble if I stay any longer. So
He's about to punch you. So, Thalion leaves.
You've done all you can. If Baltan dies, it's on his dice.
For sure. He holds the paper out to you, and he says, now please place your hand on the paper. You notice his eyes are focused with yours, not on the paper. Dexterity check to place the hand properly, only with the blood onto the paper.
Dexterity check then.
Oh, God, thank you. You managed to place your hand properly onto the paper. It must be because you are adept with doing something specific, semantic, with your hands. The paper lights up, glows and sparkles lightly green. He looks down at the paper and he says, oh, I guess this must have been a mistake. I will make the deposit for this. Please go on, and my apologies for the mistake.
No problem. Just make sure you clear that up with the townspeople.
He yells for a guard enters the room, and he says, take and deposit this into the crystal entry box. The guard bows and heads out of the room.
And I say, good day to you, Commander. I will be on my way.
He nods to you, and he says, close it on your way out.
Yeah, and so I walk out.
And you walk out of the building. Dude, just fuck your dice.
I'm having bad luck right now.
Brother.
It was the most.
You're not allowed to hold anything ever for us.
I know, right?
Do you need some gloves? Were you nervous? What was happening in those?
I don't even know, man. Not very good at thievery.
As you're coming out, Marjorie and Kuykendahl run into Baltan and Thalion. Are you all heading into town?
Fuck it, might as well.
We haven't seen our fearless leader all day.
So you're all heading into town, and as you're heading into town, you notice Americus walking out of the magistrate's house, happy as can be, with a scroll of paper in his hand.
Did we see what the evil child is up to?
Americus, you notice everybody approaching you.
And I start skipping right over to him.
You skip right up to him.
And I go, and I spread that paper out like this.
He holds
Holy
in front of
shit.
him the inheritance documents to unlock his home.
And I get goosebumps as I realize that he is a bipolar child.
God damn.
Like, that's
Good
my
job.
last. I'm an adult now, so I have to be good.
Yep. You are now considered an adult by the kingdom of Talmadun. And your aunt is thoroughly pissed.
You can't use the word statutory anymore, buddy.
You know it. That's a tour of findings.
Hell,
So, where are you all heading as a group right now? Are y'all going to go to the tavern?
Well, of course.
Is that everybody?
Sure.
Yeah, I have to go drink to celebrate. I'm
Okay.
an adult.
You all head to the tavern.
I'm emancipated. Emancipation Proclamation.
You all head to the tavern, and it's just in time for lunch.
I wish to proclaim my emancipation.
You all enter the tavern. The tavern is running smooth and humming. You can see Lucian on stage performing, and everybody seems to be happy with all of the recent somewhat changes. Frank, the staff member, is coming out and bringing food to tables. And the food looks pretty good.
Frank, working hard. I guess I'm gonna go over there and sit
We're
at the
hardly
bar.
working.
I want to ask for the cheapest alcoholic beverage they have.
You guys are running this tavern, so it doesn't necessarily have to cost you money.
Well, I'm just saying, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, Americus approaches the bar. Marjorie, Kuykendahl, and Thalion, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go get on stage with Lucian and start backup dancing.
Dexterity check. Baltan?
Well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and look at getting something to eat, and then I'll go ahead and start working on what do you call it? Working there.
Marjorie?
Sit down in front of the stage and pretend they're interested in their performance.
Marjorie perches herself onto a stool. All right, that was a good one, guys. Good run.
All right, well, I'll head back to the barracks then.
What are you gonna do in your time in the barracks? Are you gonna study?
Marjorie.
Well, why not? Yes, I need to reflect on everything that happened today.
Her entire religion has been turned upside down for her.
Reflect on everything that has happened today.
Contemplate the meaning of life.
That's right. I'm gonna look in my notes and see where I made a
Accept that
mistake.
God spoke to you today.
See where I made a mistake.
That's right.
Is this what they call a psychotic break?
I got you, Josh.
If I lost it.
Sorry, Will, I didn't mean to miss your message earlier. I was trying to... But Josh, I
But I
got you.
did just roll a sweet dexterity for my dancing, so I'm gonna continue to dance.
Oh, yes, sir, you did. This guy is doing some Michael Jackson level moves. Baltan, before you go, I will let you know. You want to roleplay that out very quickly? Constantine, you are heading off to the barracks to reflect what's going on. Is that your offline actions?
Yes.
Okay, Ren. You are good to go if you wish to depart.
All right, gentlemen. Thanks for great game as always.
Yeah, like the game was pretty great.
Hey, brother. I want to say I have enough gold to purchase that seed from her now.
Okay. All right. Let me just pop out real quick. Constantine, good playing with you as always, man. Great run, Marjorie. Great run. Baltan, you go into Quaphilia's oddities. She places her hands together. I see that you're back.
And I say, yes, I'm interested in buying that item that you showed me last time.
Well,
That's a vampire.
there is the gold price, but we can work something else out.
What was it again? Was it 10 gold or so?
My dear friend, it's 20. She smiles.
Nah, it was 10.
I can't let it go for less than 20. But if you would like to hear the alternate price, then I will be more than glad to entertain you with that idea.
You're so...
No, I say, I'll give you 15 for it.
15? That will not do. I cannot let it go for more. Less than 20. She smiles, and she says... She slides a jar across the counter, and she says, I will be more than glad to trade it for a memory of yours.
Memory. I'm gonna give her the same memory that Frank gave her. With the brats. That's fine. I'll trade you for a memory.
What I need from you is a memory of peace. The time in your life that you were peaceful. A good moment when you are alone. Communing, if you might say. So what are you gonna think about?
I'll think about taking a dump.
Where at? When?
Let's say...
Before you came to Tropica or after?
I go in the bar and take a dump. So, I'm by myself.
This is crazy.
She slides the jar over to you. You focus on the memory. It goes into the jar. It lights up with an ether-type green. She snatches the jar and looks at it, and she says, no, this will not do. She opens the jar and hits the top, and she says, something more natural, and she slides it back to you.
Alright, I got 23 gold. You know what? I'm just gonna pay her. So, I'm just gonna hand her the 20 gold.
You hand over the gold, and she says, remember this price that you have paid. I will gladly pay you this and possibly more for memories.
And I tell her my memories are worth 20 times that amount.
20 times, you say? And she smiles.
And has a price.
And so I give her the money and I take the seed then.
As soon as you grab the seed, you feel a peace in your heart, and you feel it drawing to you towards the grove.
So I remove the 20 out of my inventory there.
Yep.
And then I plan to go to the tree afterwards.
The grove.
And then I'll do that, but I'm gonna also hunt while I'm doing that because I'm gonna look for deer. So we
Gotcha. With you could probably talk to him and convince him to come over there and just be like, hey, I'm a live deer. You can have me. All right. Well, Tan, good game, buddy.
All right. I'll see y'all next Friday then.
Later, brother. Run.
All right.
Later.
Does anybody else have anything else they want to do?
No,
Just dancing? That's it?
dancing and then wherever the night leads me.
All right, we can call it there if you guys want, or if y'all want to start something on the side, we can. I can roll for a couple more events.
No, I'm good. I just wanted to stick around and get my next book.
Okay.
We'll just pause time here, and I'll deal with the drinks when we come back.
Okay. If you want, when we come back, we can come back like in the evening because everybody is off, kind of like doing their own thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
That way to push time forward for property management.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. And if you get everybody in the party kind of involved in running this thing, you can push the days forward very quickly.
Oh, right. Like, hey, we're all going to take a break from our individual quest lines, and we're going to just do these next, in this case, it'll be 3.5 days in one fucking go.
Yeah, pretty much. And you can push time forward and affect change in the town on like a very